was like, to this day, you can't. There's not anybody else like Chris Tucker. Like nobody. Chris Tucker is like a Bernie Mac. Like you only get one. No, are there comedians that talk fast? Yes.
But they emulating Chris Tucker. They just trying to do Chris Tucker.
You can't get Chris Tucker, nigga. Chris Tucker is funny just being him. Like just, you know, when I do impersonations, there are usually a few versions of them. For example, the Chris Tucker that I do, pause, is like, there's like, you know, there's the calm, you know, London, you know, there's that thing going on, and then you get the stage Chris Tucker. That nigga Chris Tucker can tell a story. If he jumped in on the Zoom now, just his eyes and the shit and you be like, yo, this nigga is Chris Tucker's not to be slept on. I don't know what he's doing now. Because I heard they're working on another Rush Hour.
Man, they've been saying that for years, bro. I know the producers. Because the same producers that did the TV show. Anybody that don't know, I did Rush Hour, the TV show. It was canceled during the commercial break, but but the same producers that did the movie did the TV show, so it was authentic in that aspect. But he was telling the one of the producers, Arthur Sarkisian, he been telling me that he said they had a script and all of that stuff, and I think at one point they was even gonna try to get me in it, but I mean I haven't heard anything. But you know. Yeah. You'll probably know Kim. I'm sure Kim Coleman will cast you in it, and I'll be like, "Hey man, I wish I got a phone call."
I'm trying to scream. I'm trying not to scream. I told myself I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this.
Let's get into Ballers, bro, because this is when I realized you was more famous than me. I invited. Hey, shout out to Ballers. That's London and Ballers. This is when I realized London was more famous than me, everybody. And that my social media following don't mean shit. We in Atlanta, and I had got some free tickets to the Drake and Migos concert. I said, man, I know London in town filming a movie. I said, man, let me hit up London and see if you want to roll, because the cast of MacGyver going out to this Drake concert. Drake Migos concert. When I tell you, when London, first of all, he showed up late as hell. That's number one. Put that out there. When I tell you, I think he did it on purpose to get the reaction that he got.
I was filming that day.
You was filming. My bad. You was filming. I remember that. When I tell you, when London walked through the crowd to come up to his seat, when I tell you, you would have thought it was goddamn Lady Gaga at an all-teenager, no, fuck that. Lady Gaga at an all-gay birthday party coming through, bruh. London came through. That's the guy from Ballers. That's the guy from Ballers. Oh, that's Reggie from, that's Fat Reggie. That's. I said, yo, people really fuck with this show, and people really mess with London, bruh. And that's when I called my manager and fired her. I said, because no one knows me, bitch. What's wrong with you? Bitch, I'll kill you. Nobody know me. Yo, you would have thought Jay-Z had ended, for real. I'm not even bullshit when I say this. You would have thought, seriously, like Taylor Swift at a Sweet 16 for a little white girl birthday party had walked in. Whoever you want to compare it to, and I said Lady Gaga because you know her relationship with the LBGTQ community. I believe I said that correctly. I'm very proud.
I think you did.
So that's why I compared it to that. How did Ballers come about? What was your audition process like, and what were you feeling when you got it?
Let me get this joint. At the time I was working as a choreographer. I was choreographing this project, and I got a call from Chris Spencer. Chris Spencer said,
"That's definitely an urban legend, Chris Spencer."
Absolutely. Chris Spencer said, "Have you auditioned for Ballers?" I was like, nah. He's like, they're looking for you. I was like, okay. He says, can I send you your information? I said, bet. I got a call from Ballers. They said, can you come into audition? You know, I was like, all right, bet. I go in, I take the sides, learn my stuff, and I auditioned. It took me. I did that audition, man. I auditioned for Ballers like 7 times, and I heard there was a 2-month period where they got quiet. There was no reply, nothing. I was like, man, but this is when I remember at the time I was just very spiritual, very in the sense that I was very focused. And I remember the main thing for me at that time, I'm telling you, this is 2014. This was my brokest year. I remember having $28 in my account. I was broke. I was broke. All my stuff was in my mother's garage. Everything I owned was in my mother's garage, which was nothing. And I remember I auditioned. I was so hoarse because I was choreographing this project, so I wasn't sleeping. I was just dancing morning to the night, no sleep, teaching, dancing. That was my whole life. And while also doing stand-up at the time. And then I remember I was so hoarse. I went to the audition. I said, man, if you can't make out what I'm saying, please let me just come back and do it again tomorrow or whatever it was. I said, please let me know if you can't make out what I'm saying. And he's like, no, we got it. And I did the audition, and I was going back to back. And long story short, not to be verbose about this, but long story short, they just said, hey, can you move to Miami? I was like, yeah, man, I could do it. I had nothing in LA. So I moved to Miami. We shot the first season, and that was that. But I got the call from Chris Spencer to do that audition.
Wow.
And I'm just glad it worked out, man, because I haven't had to worry about my next meal since that show.
That's a blessing.
Dude, when I tell you just to like, people think that Ballers is about me. It's not about me. It's about, like, I'm just glad I'm in a position to help the people around me. That's what it's about. Like, I only, my rent, my car, or whatever it is, I'm fine personally. If it's just about me, I'm totally fine. But the work that I do now is for other people. You know what I mean? That I help cover my mom's rent sometimes, and comedians, different people in situation, because I understand what that is. I understand what that is. Where you just like, dang, I get it. So that's why I call. Or going back to the first thing first point you brought up during the conversation. That's why I call people and say, yo, you good? Or is everything good? Is you know, if not, I understand what that is, to be in a situation where you're uncomfortable. Jamal, his car got, was Jamar Neighbors?
Oh, Jamar Neighbors, yeah, very talented comedian.
Shout out to Jamal. Just shout out to Jamar Neighbors. His car got repoed or whatever it was. I don't know what, I forgot what it was. He said he had some tickets, but I hit him up. Like, are you good, bro? I know what that feels like. When you can't, you like, man, I need a break. I need to, oh, man, I know. And if I can help people not feel that way, then I'm gonna help them not feel that way, because I get it. So I'm just grateful that Ballers worked out, and I'm glad I was able to play the antagonist. If you can't be the hero, the antagonist is the next best thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is how good God is. All my scenes was with Dwayne in season 1. Nigga, that's why
people tuning in.
dude, they tuned in, like I said, by accident. They saw me. I know that God worked it out and he arranged that way, but all my shots was with Dwayne. I couldn't. So it didn't even matter what the hell they did in season after the next seasons, because the first season set me up to be the a-hole and whatever else. It worked out. So I'm just grateful that it panned out that way. And as you know, so Hollywood, you have to be validated, and then they be like, all right, you know what? Justin did Rush Hour. Okay, he did such movie. We did those movies. Now we're gonna mess with him. Mm-hmm. I get it. Hollywood got to see other people mess with you first. I'm glad that my platform was HBO because it set me up with the agents and the reps that I have now. When I went into my my reps office, my current reps, everybody in the office knew me because they all watched the show.
Right.
It's a different it's a different kind of respect level when people watch the show. When they mess with you, they mess with you. And it's like, okay, cool. I'm like, people. It's so funny because when you start doing the theaters and the arenas and everything, people be like, damn, Justin funny. Like, nigga, I've been working on this funny. Y'all just didn't know that I was doing this, but I've been.
Or they was dismissing it. You know, that's where I'm at in my point in my journey. It's like, I'm gonna just keep doing me and continue working on my craft and walking into my greatness. And if you see it and you want to hop on board and support, cool. If not, those same people go come around on the back end anyways. You know?
Right.
But I feel like a lot of people see talented people, and because they're not the popular person at the moment, they just kind of brush them to the side until they become the popular person.
Absolutely, though. I mean, and that's what's so funny because, like, that's just the game. It's just understanding what the game is, which is like people don't buy into you until other people buy into it, and it's like, oh, like for example, like there are comedians, different people that we knew was what they were, but the world didn't know. Like for example, we knew Mike Epps was funny. Niggas knew Mike. If you watch Def Jam and anything else, we already knew about half these cats, but Hollywood didn't accept him until everybody else bought into the idea. We knew Bernie Mac was funny. As he jokingly did on Kings of Comedy, he was talking about them not giving him a show.
Right.
We knew Bernie was funny before they we knew that already.
Before they did. I tell people that about Tiffany Haddish, bruh. I remember being at open mics with Tiffany, she used to host at this casino with Tiffany. I used to go to that, perform on the show with her. I used to always tell people, I said, yo, she's a female Martin Lawrence. And they used to get it confused. They were like, she's a female Martin. I said, this is what I mean. She needs a platform where she could be authentically herself. She's an R-rated comedian. I said, the one time somebody lets Tiffany be R-rated, she go kill it, her career out of there. And then guess what Lord blessed her with? Girls Trip, a rated R comedy. Soon as Tiffany was able to be her authentic self on camera, out of there.
Boom.
I had been telling people that.
Out of here. See, you know, same thing to you. I remember like we did juvenile hall joints, and she was also, which was so dope, because she was also part of that ensemble for CBS that we did.
Right.
What was dope about that is that I realized that it was a lot of talented cats that was in that particular class.
That a special class.
That was
Hassan Minaj, who had a show on Netflix, Patriot Act. Tiffany Haddish, Fortune Feimster, me, you. Oh, and Rosa. You know who else was on there? Who was actually the most slept on? There's an actress named Rosa Salazar. She did the movie Alita. with James Cameron.
I
That's
didn't know
her,
that.
that's her playing the lead part, because part of the movie is kind of animated, so her character is a little animated. But bro, she's becoming a movie star.
Dude, not Fern. I forgot. The white chick, lesbian chick, she got a stand-up special and everything else.
Yeah, Fortune.
It's
That's Fortune Feimster.
Fortune. It's a lot of talented cats out of that joint, man. And it just lets you know that, like, again, just people just think that ball is just, I'm like, niggas been paying dues. It's a lot of behind the scene work that people don't even know of the grind that happens that before things happen. Absolutely.
What you learned from The Rock?
Um,
Other than to show up on time, because I heard he doesn't.
Nigga, season 5. We shoot Tuesday. That nigga show up on Saturday. He don't. That nigga. No,
that's a well-known fact in Hollywood that The Rock shows up late.
You know what? I think that one thing I did learn is that I remember season 2. I got up. I was in the middle of the night. I got to use the bathroom or something, and this nigga was in the gym. It was like 3 a.m. I was like, "What this nigga doing?" But what I realized was, I'm like, man, if Dwayne can get up if he can get up early, hit the gym, and have that kind of discipline, that's something that I started to do, which was before I made sure that I hit the gym before I get on set. He's a super kind dude. You know, even though we found out about Ballers, that we found out about the end of the season of Ballers on Instagram. We was like, that was, nigga, that was.
He didn't send a courtesy email? Y'all didn't get that one, huh?
Let me tell you this. I just decided, I told myself, I said, man, whenever I get into a position like that, when I'm number 1 on the call sheet, and you understand this talk, when I'm number 1 on the call sheet and I really have influence, I said, man, a couple things. I'm gonna definitely try to get my cats on the project if I can do that. And then I want to make sure that I still practice. I make sure I speak to everybody on set every day.
Absolutely.
But I can't wait to be in a position to where I can really help people out. That's all I want to do. That at the end of the day, I'm like, man, I can't wait to make more money so I can give more money, or I can't wait to where I'm the dude. So then I can say, you know what, man? You know, for example, man, DC, this dude, I just want to be in a position to plug somebody like a DC or whoever who been auditioning. And for example, when Will Smith said, "I'm not doing Ali unless Jamie Foxx do the part," that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to do. And just be, and I'm looking for I'm sorry, you see me moving around looking for my charger, but I want to be in a position to do that.
Right.
That's what good is it to be a big deal if you're not gonna do a